Hey everyone, today I'm joined by Michael and Crissy Troyer of JJ's Ventures LLC, owners of the local Scooters Coffee location serving Northwest Missouri. A lot of people listening probably recognize the Scooters logo from their morning coffee runs or drive-thru routines, but today we're getting to know the people behind the business. We're talking about what it really takes to run a successful local franchise and doing it with your spouse, and of course, coffee. Before we get started, we have to thank the sponsors that make highlighting the people, businesses, and stories shaping our communities across the 3994 corridor possible. Today's episode is sponsored by Woolman's Family Deluxe Truck Stop. We thank you for your sponsorship. Greater Than Financial and the Space Between, where we're recording today. Gina's Cafe and Catering, Pancakes, Pups, and Suds, and of course, Michael and Crissy Troyer, the owners of 2 local Scooters locations. Thank you both so much for being here and supporting the podcast.
Thank you.
I've told you numerous times how much it means to me, but I think it means a lot to Northwest Missouri too. So thanks.
Of course.
You're so welcome.
So tell me a little bit about your story. What were you doing before entrepreneurship and before Northwest Missouri?
I was born and raised in St. Joe. My mother was a nurse for many years, and my father was in the Navy. He was a medic as well. I started out at the Dance Arts Center. I taught dance for many, many years there. I still do. I am a substitute teacher when I can during my free time.
All your free time.
All my free time. Went to college at Missouri Western, then had started a family. Michael and I met each other at work and kind of grew from there. We moved out to Colorado and then came back and decided that after the kids left that we
Empty
wanted...
nesters.
Yeah.
Yes.
Michael's always wanted to own his own business. And when the kids were at home, I said no. And then obviously after the kids left, I'm like, okay, we are open to doing this. We have some friends that own Scooters Coffee up in Omaha in the Lincoln area where it all began in 1998. And it's very family-friendly oriented. It's a wonderful business. We know the CEOs. We have great friendships. And we were like, okay, we're kind of all in after having an interview with them and getting set up with Scooters Coffee as well. And went through that whole entire process. We love coffee and we love people. We love hospitality. We love customer service. And we just love working with the kids and just being able to interact with them and help them learn life lessons that they'll take on with them for the future.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm interrupting. You fell in love with basically a ballerina.
I know.
She's gorgeous.
I know she is.
I know you're a ballet girl. You have to be. You're so tall.
Well, I am that, but tap dance is my love. I love tap. Yes. That's what
You want to get out? This is a nice wood floor.
I love this wood floor. I would definitely tap that.
Well, when we met, this is at SST back in 27 years ago. And
Now tell me what SST is.
Systems and Services Technologies, they were a loan servicing company.
Okay.
They're still there. They're now Alurica.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. They're on Pickett.
Okay.
Which ironically, our St. Joe store is a half mile away from there. So we started in St. Joe and went to Colorado and then came back. And I've been in IT for 28 years now. So
I would have never guessed that.
software
Yeah,
engineer.
he's a
I still
software
am.
engineer.
I still have a full-time job doing that. So on top of the Scooters thing, Crissy is the operations. She is the brains. She's the amazing part that you guys see. I just do the background stuff. So
he has the biggest.
I do the big part in regards to the financials, that kind of thing, and just making sure everything in the background is running great. She does what you guys see, which is the amazing part of it. And my background, I grew up just south of Kansas City, and went to Northwest Missouri State. Graduated with a vocal music degree, vocal performance. Don't use it except for fun now, but yeah. And then.
Well, and your kind of your backstory, your childhood, you were raised and, your parents owned a restaurant.
That's right.
His dad was the mayor.
That's
so
right.
we kind of,
What city was that?
Garden City, Missouri.
Okay,
Little town of 1,600. If you blink, you miss it.
He was mayor, owned a restaurant.
He owned a restaurant. Both my mom and dad both owned the restaurant.
So entrepreneurship seems like it kind of took root maybe when you were young. But like, what were your first jobs? I'm just curious.
I was a dance teacher.
Okay, makes
I
sense.
was a dishwasher at the restaurant that my mom and dad owned at 12 years old.
So I think when you're in a business, you learn about customer service and you know how to handle the people and what brings them back and things like that. And the same for Michael as well. It's just taking care of everybody, your employees and your customers.
We don't see it as we are their boss. We see us as their servants because we want to serve them to help them grow. We realize that most of those kids this is their first job, and we want to help them. And we know this isn't their last job. They'll move on, to what they really want to do. And we want them to grow into being a community person within the community that we expect them to be. And that's what we try. That's what we try to grow in our culture and inside the buildings.
I love that. Well, it's interesting too. Like you got to see entrepreneurship from the dance side of things, which is a whole other animal. And then you got to see the entrepreneurship from the restaurant side of it. Did you learn anything from those leaders and those experiences that have helped you today?
Absolutely. I learned a lot from the first owner of the dance studio, Lynn Fankhauser, and then Marla Healer at the Dance Art Center now. We have a great friendship. But also while I'm teaching, she's also my boss. So I learn the respect aspect of that. And then also those relationships with the parents and the students as well. You gain that respect from them. And then they actually teach me things as well. But just making sure that we're taking care of everyone and making sure that we are also following the rules and things like that and taking care of each other at the end of the day.
I love that. What did you learn from one of those first leaders?
I saw how hard my mom and dad worked, how hard it was to maintain, number one, and to build that culture. They started from ground up. My dad owned an implement company, Massey Ferguson Implement Company, early 70s to the mid 80s. And then he had a heating and cooling company in town. And he worked very hard. And I just saw that. I saw how he treated the customers. I saw how my mom treated the customers. And that was special to me. That's what was ingrained in me in regards to what I learned from them.
I'm not going to lie. Not every couple can start a business together. Thank you. Ooh. Not about to be happening in my life. But did you guys always know that you wanted to start your own business? And how did you know you wanted to do it together?
I always wanted to start my own business. I always wanted to take that risk. I'm a risk taker. I come up with these ideas of owning a business, and she would always shoot them down. And I approached her about scooters, and she's like, okay, well, this may work. I do know that she was an advocate in regards to the coffee business and that kind of thing. And I could see, I envisioned her as being an amazing person at advocating that to the community and to the public and to our customers and to our workers. I could see that. I could envision that before we started. I knew that's what would propel us to where we are today.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's so sweet.
And I envisioned that. I could see that, and I'm not trying to get brownie points. I'm just telling the truth. This is just the person she is. What you see is what you get, and she's like this at home. She's like this with everybody, and it was a no-brainer for me.
Do you have a tissue?
In regards to, well, I'm getting teary-eyed too. So. But just that's where we are, and that's. I envisioned that. I could not do this myself. I'll say that. I could not do that without him.
And I couldn't do it without him because he loves spreadsheets and I do not.
He hates them.
And I can't stand spreadsheets.
Because my husband keeping the spreadsheet for the podcast and me just kind of being out here just having fun. Yeah, it's true, right?
Yeah.
You need both.
It really
you need both.
It really is.
She does the front, the operations side of it. I do the back side of it, and we kind of link them together, and and it's.
You still deliver some coffee. right?
still deliver
And
coffee.
she's hanging out the window sometimes. I see her.
Yeah.
We do a lot of community work together.
You give back. That's one thing I have really noticed. So why scooters? Why choose franchise ownership, which is not easy, and why scooters?
Scooter's Coffee, I tell you what, they had me from teaching me about their core values as a company. They've grown quite a bit, and they haven't strayed away from those core values, which is humbleness, courage, love, and the fourth one, help me out.
Love, courage, humility.
Humility, yes. So those four core values really, that's how we live, you know.
It aligns with us personally.
Exactly right. Yeah.
And they're wonderful people. They are just very, very family oriented. They have a huge support system. We have a consultant with Scooter's Coffee that we can reach out. We have a great relationship with her. She's absolutely amazing. She walks hand in hand with us and gives us, advice if we need it. And the other franchisees are absolutely amazing. We've built some really great friendships with them, and they're all over the nation. We have their contact numbers in our phone. I mean, they help us so much every single day.
Yeah.
If we have a question,
And
just
that's just
something
who they
simple
are.
or something hard, they are right there with you. So that's the reason why we chose Scooter's Coffee. They're just very family oriented and love everybody.
So tell me about the difference between franchise ownership and maybe the investment there, as opposed to starting your own baby car wash with the name O'Brien's Car Wash. How is that different if people don't understand that?
So franchising allows you, I mean, you obviously got to pay for it. They give you all the support you need they give you the brand. That's really what you're paying for, is the brand. It's a known brand. If it's a more known franchise that you invest in, you're gonna get that brand, and they provide everything in regards to product, everything like that. The rest, even the recipes, come from them. We cannot deviate from any of that, and that's what you pay for. Is you get that brand, and it's a solid plan in regards to being successful in where you're at. Now, I will say the personality part of it comes from us, but the brand, that's what you pay for in franchising. When you're not franchising, you're opening up day one, everything is on you. From, let's say we open our own coffee shop. We have to come up with our own recipes. We have to come up with, who do we go to for product. They provide all of that. Makes it easy. However, you pay the price for it, but that's part of it.
You're almost going to pay it regardless in failures or struggle, when some of these can be avoided, those pitfalls. A lot of people don't know that I worked for Chick-fil-A as their emotional connections director. And so I was fortunate enough to go to the marketing school in Atlanta. And so and then later on, I interviewed, every week franchise owners from across the country in many different brands for a PR company out of Chicago. So I'm very familiar with that. One thing I've always been impressed by, obviously, the brand Chick-fil-A, we know, incredible and award-winning because of the cow. But one thing I've been impressed by is your social media and all of that marketing. I know you guys put a ton of love into it, and we've talked like you could totally use an assistant in this way.
Yes.
But isn't that so helpful to not only have the product coming in and the recipes, but to have this like really well-known brand and then that marketing support? What has that meant to you, and just maybe how fast you've grown?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, and they keep you accountable with numbers. I remember
Right.
the drive-thru. It isn't like this right now, by the way. I'm calling them out. Used to be like a 10-second. They were trying to get you through in a certain amount of time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not anymore at that location. But for you guys, they do give you certain standards, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
They do.
And we get those weekly. I mean, we have standards that we have to follow, which we have to drive down to our management, assistant management, and leaders and baristas as well. So we have guidelines that we have to follow, and we have to teach that and preach that every single week. And Michael looks at the numbers every single day. our drive lane time and making sure that, we are a drive-thru, so customers have a destination to go to, so they want to get through there quickly, right? And so we do preach that to our staff, and they're very aware of it. We have screens in our store that gives us our goals and what we need to meet and things like that, and it changes on a daily basis. It actually changes every 15 to 30 minutes. So we follow those. And
the scooter slogan says it: amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast.
I love it. That was funny.
That's what they rely on in regards to being, that's their end in regards to customer. We know people have places to go.
Yeah.
And we want to they're in line to get a drink. They're not in line just to stay in line.
Yeah.
They're in line to get to a destination. So that's our goal.
Okay. I want to know, favorite drink, favorite promotion.
I mean, I loved an iced white mocha. And my drink probably costs like $12 to $13.
You got to tell them all about the modifications.
Well, I'm about to.
Okay.
So I got a medium today, but because I know it's probably going to sit there for a little bit. But I get a large ice white mocha with an extra shot, so I get 4 shots in there.
Does she sleep?
Oh yes, I sleep very well.
She sleeps very well. Just
and
not during the day.
It's made breve, which is with half and half.
Okay. Oh, I need to know that. Is that what we say, breve?
Yes.
That is new to me.
Yeah.
And I am a coffee with majority of half and half.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's made breve.
It's a game changer.
Add some hazelnut to it
There's 4 modifications. So.
Caramel drizzle and a little bit of toffee nut pieces on top, just to make it. And I could sometimes get cold foam, like cookie butter cold foam, and so
this is why you got into the business, because you need to get.
But I will let you know that, like, our kids, they get like a free drink while they're working on shift. While I'm at the store, my name is not in the system, and we intentionally do that. I buy everything. Michael and I buy everything for ourselves. We do not, we don't charge anything to the store ever. Anything that goes out the window. We do a lot of donations from the store as well. So, but all of our stuff we buy. Now, I'll say I have like 19,000 points on our app. That tells you how often I buy things.
I love knowing that.
But I don't use my points at our store. I buy everything.
Wow. What's your favorite drink?
I'm an easy one. The Scooter Shooter.
Okay, what's that?
That is brewed coffee with like this. This is not a Scooter Shooter. This is strawberry shortcake.
I was gonna say, because you can see the strawberry in it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. This is strawberry shortcake. But my go-to is usually a Scooter Shooter, which is brewed coffee with, like, if you get a large, 3 shots of espresso.
3.
Just wants it black.
And just drink it black.
Oh, dear heavens.
So the mixture of espresso and brewed coffee.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you think 4 shots is bad enough, mine is pretty potent.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about Andrew County. You have 2 locations, not 3. There is a third not owned by you.
Mhm.
Your second one is down South Belt. Brand new. Congratulations. And then you have one in Andrew County. And your presence, when you guys arrived in town, immediately involved in the community. What has all that meant to you?
I tell you what, being in a small town, I grew up 1600 in Garden City, and you have to be involved in the community. And
Actually, that's my favorite thing to do.
it is.
I love the community involvement.
Yep, it is. People get to know you. You get to know them, and it's awesome that we've been accepted in regards to that small community, and that's our favorite thing to do is the community work.
I love supporting the school systems. It's so important to me because I know from a dance teacher perspective how much work that you put into it outside of the classroom as well. And the kids, it's so important to me. I absolutely love it. Now, Savannah was actually chosen by Scooter's Coffee, and when it became available, because we have this area, we jumped on it because my mom's side of the family actually was born and raised in the Fillmore, Savannah area. So I would come up here as a child and have fish fries every Sunday. And then my mom lived on a farm in Fillmore. So it was just it was so cool to be able to get
come
this
back.
location to come back around.
Okay, that's a new piece of information. So they chose Savannah. I mean, what's the scoop? Are we getting other franchises kind of trying to get in here? Do you know? Like,
Don't know.
have you heard any rumblings?
Don't know.
No.
We can only control what happens
That's
in our
right.
four walls.
That's right.
Yep.
So
I love that. I know that you've invested in young people, which is so great inside of your business. But tell me about your own kids. How old are they? Where do they live?
You want me to?
yeah, you go for it. You love talking about our kids.
So we have twin daughters. One lives in Chicago.
Recently got married.
No.
Oh no, sorry, the wrong one.
Not-
Oh my.
That's why I need you to talking.
Wrong twin.
Not yet.
Sorry, Jocelyn.
So one lives in Chicago. She's going to be getting engaged soon. And then one lives in Denver. She just got married. And then our son just got engaged just a couple of days ago, and he's in Wichita. So our kids are all have their undergrads. Jocelyn out in Colorado. She has her master's in British history and is pursuing her PhD. Spencer in Wichita has his undergrad in criminal justice and cybersecurity. He's in the military, so he's headed to Atlanta for some cyber training in September. So that's the reason why he just kind of popped the question because she's going to actually be moving with him to Atlanta. And then JC in Chicago is going to be moving to Philly. She works for a music PR firm, and their big office is in New York City. So yeah, our kids are not anywhere close.
That's amazing. Well, I just had a conversation this morning with my husband about how I don't know if I'm going to be able to successfully let go and allow these children to like spread their wings. And I think the reason why it's boiled down to me is because this has been such a big part of our lives, right? You donate your entire life to these kiddos. What has been successful for you as far as being an empty nester? Like, help me out. Is there hope that I'm going to have a life after children?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Go for it.
I'll tell you what, our lives have been so much more busier since they left.
Yeah, it's
because
just a
of the-
different chapter in your
it
life,
is.
I think.
Absolutely.
You have to find things to do.
Absolutely.
But it's also very important to me. Like, I can't go a day without talking to the kids. Like, every single day, I have to pick up the phone and talk to each one of them to make sure that they're okay. And, know that we're there to support them. Just because they're at a different stage in life doesn't mean that they don't need you as a parent. You can continuously parent, but in a different way.
Exactly right.
I call them our adult children because they still need that guidance. And because, we're older, we've been through life, obviously, we have wisdom. Now, we give them the advice, whether they listen to it or not, that's up to them. Sometimes they just need to learn. But yeah, we're very involved with our kids every single day.
Walk down the aisle this last month. What was that like?
It was amazing. It was just one of those moments where you don't believe it's happening until afterwards. Just like, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
And it was truly a beautiful thing to be able to walk her down and be part of that.
Mm-hmm. One of these questions, have there ever been moments where you've questioned whether it's worth it? Because and I know that managing teenagers cannot be easy, managing a staff and all that goes with that. Is there ever a moment where you thought, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do this another day?
I don't think that that's the case at all. I think it's a lot of time behind the scenes. My most favorite part is actually working in the stores with the kiddos. I actually am at a station. A lot of franchisees are not, so they're not in the grunt of it all, I think, with their staff. I'm a franchisee that's very involved, even though we have management there. And like I said, most franchisees are not. So the management, they kind of run the show. And I don't think I've ever questioned that. I tend to put probably too many hours in a week because I enjoy it so much. Or I'm just, from a business perspective, you're always thinking about other things, especially during certain times of the year. But no,
She wants to make sure nothing's missed. That's the way she is. She wants to make sure that everything's taken care of. And she goes above and beyond that.
Reassure us about these generations. A lot of us have worked with some of them, and maybe it's not like we don't get it, but is there an adjustment there? Or reassure us, like, are they just as hardworking as previous generations?
There's a learning curve there, absolutely. But there's a learning curve with everybody. We are very particular in regards to how our store runs. We are very particular in how clean our stores are. And that's just a learning curve that when they come in, that's our expectations. Now, I will say there are challenges at times, but we take those in stride and we help them learn in regards to, yeah, this is hard work, that kind of thing. So
they need a training ground.
Exactly right.
They do. Yeah. They do. Absolutely. And it takes time and patience and love.
Well, thanks for investing in our kids.
It's how absolutely. You approach them in regards to, making them feel valued. That's the biggest thing, is making them feel valued and making them feel like you're a part of this team.
And then, and they just need to gain that confidence. It's just repetition, doing it over and over, and
just being like able being
able to multitask and things like that. You teach those things, and then they pick it up. So they're doing a great job.
I love that. I love that. What's your favorite part of interacting with loyal customers? Do you see the same people every day?
Yes, absolutely.
We know them by name. We know them by their voice at the speaker box.
We see their car pulling into the parking lot, and we immediately know what they want.
Many times we'll hear a barista in the headset when we have a headset on. Somebody will pull up the speaker box and say, "I'd like this," and blah blah blah. Hi, and they'll call them out by name just because they know their voice. It's amazing.
We have a regulars board, so it has their name on it and their favorite drink, and so they just have to give their name, and we'll automatically make it and have it ready for them.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. That's a touch that we don't see. We hear the friendly on the speakers. I mean, I think your baristas are probably the friendliest in town.
Oh, thank you.
I love
We
that.
Appreciate that.
What we expect.
And people bring their fur babies, and we call them our Scooter's dog.
I love that. And the fur babies get like a little treat.
Yep. Whipped cream and a little bone. Yep.
I love that.
Yep.
I love that.
Yep.
What excites you the most right now? What does the future hold for your brand, JJ's Ventures LLC? A lot of people don't know. That's the main.
That's our legal identity as a business, and all of our stores will fall under that. So yeah.
You branching out?
Branching out.
Buying a burger joint? What are you doing?
No. Sticking with scooters.
We're staying with scooters. So we're working on some more locations. So that'll come in the near future. So
any hints? Close by?
Not close by. No.
So this next one is probably going to be the furthest away.
Yeah.
A couple hours away.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough, but we'll make it work.
Something tells me though, you guys are a pretty good team. So I think that it'll be successful no matter what.
Thank you. We appreciate that. We work very hard together.
Yep.
He's the brains behind it. And I just do the operations side of it. So
she just does the operations. That's not what it's just doing.
I'm so grateful that you guys came today. And I'm so grateful that you've sponsored this adventure, my adventure. And
so welcome.
I can't thank you enough. Like, it just means a lot when people decide to believe in you and they don't know you. And I'm so grateful that I've had a chance to get to know you. Bailey, what's your question?
2 questions.
Yes.
One, how do you guys split your time between your stores? And then building your stores. Like, I went to Northwest, so the scooters up there has like a sitting area. Like, how did you decide to not do that?
Mm-hmm.
From the time, so let's start with your last question. At the time we opened these 2 scooters, Scooters had brought down the models to not allow walk-ins. So at the time, the only thing we had available was the kiosk. Now, I will say this. We are in plans of putting out a patio here in Savannah, on the other side in the Rock area, putting a patio there with a walk-up window and putting out some benches and some tables.
I love that because the other day I walked up.
Yeah.
We had a car at the shop, and I walked over and I was like, I don't know where we walk up to
Right.
to get our order, and it would have been great to sit there, right? And we don't have anything like that in Savannah.
Right.
Absolutely.
And we've recognized that. So
Yeah.
those plans are in the works
Mhm.
to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm just like I like to sit.
Yeah.
Sure.
I like an outdoor.
Sure.
Yeah.
Now,
That's like
Now, as of right now, Scooters is more open to basically doing anything. I mean,
It's obviously there's more cost into it.
sure.
And you have to think about the size of the town, and there's just, a lot of things in the background on making those choices. But as far as the time split between the stores, he's our maintenance guy at those stores. We have our very expensive espresso machines that he went to Tennessee to get trained on to work on those. Otherwise, we have a Frankie guy that has to come up from Kansas City, and it's very costly. There's a travel cost immediately. So he knows how to fix all of those things. And our ovens, and there's just a lot that can possibly happen and has happened that he's able to fix. My time is split between the stores. So I try to do like half in Savannah and half in St. Joe. But we have an amazing manager that has been with us since day one in Savannah. That is just, I can't speak.
What's her name?
Allison. I adore her so much. Her and I have such a great relationship. I'm getting tears because she's done so much for us. But she's at that store in St. Joe right now, and she's managing that and doing a fabulous job. And I 100% trust her. So again, I try to split my time between
It's one of those
stores.
things where when we have Allison in the store and she's running it, as well as she is, it allows her to take a step back and be able to go to the other store.
But it's also important to me that I split my time and I'm able to spend time with the team. So both teams.
I love that. That's so great. Okay, this is the fire round. Is that what we call it? Rapid lightning. Rapid lightning. Okay, ready? Hot or iced?
Iced.
Okay, I'm not on that train yet. Favorite seasonal drink?
Fall.
Drink specific?
Mm-hmm.
Drink specific.
Oh. Ice white mocha.
I like the s'mores.
Oh, so do I. Hot, iced.
Oh, iced.
Okay.
Yeah.
Most chaotic morning rush moment?
20 cars in line going out into 71 and the intersection. I've seen that happen.
That's I love it. I thrive on
Every time I'm there in the
love the
store and that
chaos.
happens, I'm like, we got a traffic jam. I'm yelling at the store. We got a traffic jam.
I love that. One drink, it has to be different. One drink that matches your personality.
Ooh.
I'll go first. Scooter shear. I'm simple.
It's what you want.
That matches my personality. I would say my $13 cup of coffee.
Yeah, she's expensive.
Very expensive, but it's so worth it.
If you could invent your own signature drink, say it's this brevet situation, what would you call it?
I'll make it very easy. Crissy's special.
I'm going to ask for that the next time we go through. See if they know.
Boy, that's a toughie. The Troyer Scoot.
That's a good one.
It's off the top of my head. I don't know.
I love that. I love that. Biggest misconception about owning a coffee franchise?
Biggest misconception? That it's easy.
Yeah, because it's not.
It is not easy.
I would be remiss not to ask about the other coffee shops. Somebody said, really, does St. Joe need another?
Yeah.
We've got 2 that have opened, or one that's going to be opening this year, another one that just opened. Thoughts on that?
I will let you know that we try, because it can really get in your head on competition. And just kind of growing up with my background, I've kind of been taught that you can only focus on what's going on in your building and not worry about the competition around you. Scooters is so supportive, and as long as you stick to what they created, I think we're going to be just fine. Again, it's always on my mind, as long as we stay active in the community, and making sure that we have amazing people, amazing drinks, and amazingly fast. I don't think we have anything to worry about.
Yeah. In regards to the new shops, there's hype to them. We get it. We understand that. But once the hype is gone, people always go to quality. So
I have to say, one of the kids loves one of the shops, the new shops, and I will go through there, but I will head down to South Belt because I love sugar and I need it to be a certain kind of sweetness, and I need that. I've developed a love for certain the s'mores. Love the s'mores. The taste.
Yep. Absolutely.
Awesome. Early bird or night owl with your 4 shots of espresso here?
Early.
Early. Oh yeah.
When you go to bed?
Oof.
Now be honest.
I could go to bed at 8:30 if I could, but definitely 9 o'clock.
It's 8:30. We're always in bed by 9.
Sometimes I'll work a 12 to 14 hour day, and sometimes it's later than that. But as soon as I get home, I'll hit the bed, and yeah. There's really not a lot of, we don't have a lot of time outside of work right now. And it's been like that for a while. And we knew it was going to be like this, and it's what we signed up for.
But what do you guys do in your free time together? Like, do you ever steal a couple moments away? Because I can imagine he's at South Belt working on some machine and you're at Savannah. My husband and I watch TV every night together. Like, that's our thing. And it's weird if we don't. What's your thing?
Our downtime at home, we spend time with our fur babies. And then we do watch some TV. We watch a lot of Food Network shows.
That's like our favorite thing to do.
That's what we watch.
We love it. Of course, we have to record it. So
we have to record it because sometimes we conk out.
Favorite thing to do outside together?
I'd take your dogs.
I love to hike.
Yeah.
I mean, we lived in Colorado for 10 years, so nature, like, I love watching birds. And
are you fans of the Parkway system?
Yes, absolutely. We live really close to one.
Yep.
Or to the Parkway.
Yep.
Literally down the street.
Fans of St. Joe?
Absolutely. I was
raised your kids. Did the kids all go to St. Joe schools?
The twins did. They went to Bessie Ellison before we moved out to Colorado. So that's where the twins graduated high school from. And then we came back and we moved to Liberty. So our son graduated from Liberty North. But yeah, I was born and raised here, and that's the reason why we came back.
I was going to say, you've been everywhere. Why come back?
Our family's here.
Full circle, yeah.
Our family's here, and it's important to us to be close to our family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you did.
Me too. And my dance family. It's important to me too.
Well, I have a feeling that you're going to continue tap dancing your way around the franchise system and just owning a business, entrepreneurship, and doing it together. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
To Michael and Crissy, thank you both so much for being here and sharing your story. I think conversations like this are so important because people often see the finished product, the business, the drive-thru line, the branding, the success, but they don't always see the risk involved, the sacrifice, the long hours, the uncertainty, and the heart behind it all. And especially in smaller communities, local business becomes such a part of people's daily lives in the ways that really matter. So thank you guys for not only building businesses here locally, but investing in the communities that you serve. And thank you to all of you for listening to the 3994 podcast. Be sure to follow, subscribe, share this episode, and support the local businesses that support local storytelling. I'm Jody O'Brien, and this has been the 3994. Until next time.